Hi, I'm Bridgett. Welcome to the Be Prompt and Handy podcast show. We're so pleased to have you join us. Today I have my guest with me, Miss Bridgett Martin. Say hi, Bridgett.
Hi.
And today we're going to be talking to you about coping with COVID-19. How are you doing? How we've been doing? And how the people around us been doing. And as for myself, I am pleased to have you here once again. Welcome to the Be Prompt and Handy podcast show. Bridgett, how have things been going with you?
Everything's been going just fine.
Great, and I am good. I'm so grateful. You look very well.
You do too.
Thank you. Now, as you all can see, we're wearing Bridgett's nice jewelry. What is it called, Bridgett?
It's called paparazzi jewelry.
Tell me a little bit about your jewelry, Bridgett.
I'm an independent consultant for paparazzi jewelry, and all of my jewelry sets are $5. The bracelets are $5, and earrings are $5, and all of it is nickel and lead free. So you don't have to worry about if you have sensitive skin, it won't break you out.
Wow, that's good. I like it. And don't it look good on me? Y'all look.
Yes.
Look at the goddess. Look at the goddess.
Absolutely.
Well, back to us talking about COVID. I know one thing. This has been some type of journey for me. And really it hadn't been that bad because I'm kind of isolated anyway.
Yes.
So it was easy for me to stay at home, to keep my hands washed and do all those particular things. And the most sad part about it is not being able to get to your family and being able to hug them and do the things that you would normally do in a normal social world. So that's been an issue. What about with you? What have you been doing?
Actually, my daughter just gave birth 5 weeks ago.
Wow.
So I was unable to actually go to the hospital because they had only one person to go in the hospital with her and be the same person the whole time. So, but I've still been supporting her. I've been going to the store for her, to make sure that she and the baby are well. And, when they told her that she had to have the COVID test, and she was in a frenzy.
Oh my God.
She was in a frenzy. I said, you want to know.
You know what? I believe it because I would want to know as well, and I can understand and I empathize with you because I know what it's like. But think about this baby born in 2020 with everything that we have going on. We're going to call this baby the 2020 baby, and I think that our younger children that's growing up now, this is going to be something fascinating for them. Although we're having these trials right now, these difficult times, and really they're not that difficult. For some people, we're able to continue to cope and move on, and for some people, I'm quite sure it's been very difficult. And as I stated, I even sympathize with those, and the people that we have lost along the way.
Oh, wow.
Bridgett.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's been something. What do you feel about that?
It's hard to deal with. It is. But you have to still remember that God is in control. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. I mean, death is never an easy thing. I don't care if you prepare yourself for it as much as you prepare for it, you still never really prepared for it.
Absolutely.
So you still have to take it in stride and know that God is prevailing at the end of the day.
Yes. Well, I always say one of my terms is you learn to die before you can live. And if you do that, it makes things easier because you're not attaching. And the most beautiful part about it is that you have to believe beyond,
Absolutely.
And when you believe beyond, we can basically achieve anything.
Absolutely.
And as this COVID thing continue to pass through, I know that we're going to get on the other side of it. And on the other side of it, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Yes, because believe it or not, miracles are still happening.
Yes.
In the midst of all of this COVID, miracles are still happening.
So what about your family? We just talked about your daughter. She had a baby. And what about your other family members? Are they getting along pretty well?
Yes, my sister actually works for Kroger, and she's been going to work every day.
Wonderful.
Every day, and she hasn't been sick.
Wow.
I have another niece that's pregnant and it's due any day now. So, we're dealing with everyday stuff along with the COVID. And God is protecting.
Absolutely.
He's protecting. And we're being safe.
Yes.
We had the drive-by baby showers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what about that? The drive-by baby showers. Drive-by baby showers. We had drive-by graduations. All of those things has been so significant. And not only that, they've been Fantastic.
Exactly.
Not only fantastic, we're talking about amazingly.
Yes.
People are being able to accept
Support
that.
and
Yes.
support one
Yes.
another
Yes.
during this time.
Yes.
And it's absolutely, what you say, fascinating.
Fascinating.
Where you can still enjoy life.
Yes, yes.
And you're still social distancing.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're supposed to be, we're a little bit close,
yeah,
but we good because we're doing something for the good. And at the end of the day, I always say we're talking about God now, and we too, spiritual person too at the same time.
Yes.
So God is the head of everything that we do, so we can talk about it. And I always say, if God something come up on us, God will get it up off
take
of
care
us.
of it.
So we, at the end of the day, we're doing something positive, and I trust. And when I'm out in the public, I do wear my mask. You wear your mask?
I do. I have one in my purse. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I brought it just in case, because you never know.
Yes, well, great. We're wearing a mask. We're putting your gloves and things on. And then what about the gloves? They say if you actually have the gloves on, they're not as safe, because if you're touching one thing and then you go and you continue to keep touching things, like in my business, I'm moving about and stuff, so I do wear my glasses, but I have to change my gloves so much because I'm very conscious of the fact that how you're constantly spraying things. So every time I go somewhere and I do some things, I take the gloves off and I put them back on. But not only that, we're talking about the sweat that they give you too.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, and the mask. Think about that. What do you think about the people? It's like we're living in a society now. Everywhere we go, there are people walking with masks on, and you're trying to understand it, and that's something that you got to learn to cope with too.
You do, because breathing with a mask, it was hard for me at first. I had to learn how to breathe with the mask on. I put the mask on and I started coughing, and everybody looking. I'm like, well, I'm choking. I got to learn how I got to get my breathing right. Let me get my breathing right.
But the beautiful part about the mask thing too, and even though, we have to be realistic with this thing too. Coughing, who haven't coughed? We have all coughed. We have sinus issues and things to this nature, even in the mix of this COVID. So we still have to be human, and we still got to walk in our humanness,
Right.
So, of course, people, if you sneeze, you cough, they look at you all strange, but you got to learn to cope with that kind of behavior, because you don't want people singling you out and having you choking yourself because you're trying to hold down something that is a natural situation. So I encourage people, at the end of the day, you got to learn to deal with this process, whether you're sneezing, coughing, whatever it is. You're going to have to cope with it in a positive way.
Absolutely.
And you got to learn to behave yourself in the midst of this COVID thing. I am really excited about getting on the other side of it. They're telling us that it may take, a year, the next summer sometime before we can really come out.
My sister actually went to the doctor, and she said that it would actually be almost 2022 before they even get anything.
Wow, 2022?
Yes, and I heard, I got a girlfriend that lives in San Diego, California. She said everything's been shut down all the way through 2021, so that is saying a whole lot.
Oh wow, that is saying a whole lot. Well, one thing about it is it gives us an opportunity to get things right in our lives.
Absolutely.
It gives us an opportunity to set the course to where it is that we're heading. And like I said, many of us are able to continue to move forward. And because there's a way to do everything, that's saying there's nothing new under the sun. You just got to figure out your path and which way that you're headed, and to be safe with everything that you're doing. And you got to monitor behavior, monitor the people that you come in close contact with. And I really do think this is a good slogan. If you're sick, stay at home. That's one of the major signs too. If you're sick, stay at home. And I don't know about you. Do you know anyone personally that have actually come down with COVID?
Actually, I do. They came and they tested positive.
Okay.
And they had to quarantine themselves for 14 days.
Okay.
And they had to retest.
Okay.
To make sure that they were clear.
What happened? Tell me about that process, because I was very interested in knowing, once you're test positive, they tell you to go because there's nothing to be.
No treatment.
All you have to do is just going home and quarantine yourself. And
they want to know who all you've been in contact with. If you've been working, if you've been to work. Why because there's the chance that you've contracted somebody else at work. So you have to let them know everybody you've been in contact with.
Oh wow.
And once they find that out, then the job has a job to do. You have a job to do personally at home. And you have to stay quarantined for 14 days.
Once that person, did they retest? What happened after the retest?
They retested and they were cleared.
Absolutely, and that's what I love about the human body. It is absolutely amazing, and I always felt that way because the body is designed. I'm no doctor or anything to that nature, but I do clearly understand from my research and from what I read that the body is designed to heal itself. So once you take care of yourself, it'll take care of you, and I'm absolutely thrilled to hear that because for our listening audience, to think about that. This is nothing to be afraid of. It's like having a cold, I'm assuming, or having something else that this too shall pass. So I'm so excited to know someone personally have gone through that and if the body took care of it. That's something to thank the Lord for.
It is, absolutely.
Don't you think so?
I absolutely agree.
Wow, because
you just never know, if you are pretty healthy, to my understanding, that it can come and it'll go. But if you have underlying issues, and some people have things that they don't even discuss with other people.
Correct.
So you have to be careful and know what's going on with your body.
Absolutely.
When you know what's going on with your body, then you take care of yourself the way that you need. Because I have a sister, she has COPD.
Okay, my father does too.
And I told her, I said, really, it's not safe for you to be going to work.
Correct.
I said, if you let your job know, they'll agree with what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I think she let them know, and she hasn't been to work, because I told her, I said, I don't think it's good for you to be going to work.
Yes.
It's different now.
Yes.
And they will understand. They have no choice but to understand because of your age and because of your underlying condition.
Yes.
And she hadn't been back to work.
Oh, wow, that sounds good. But your jewelry, I kid you not, it is just dangling around here. And I'm trying to keep it together, But at any rate, she did a fabulous job trying to hook me up. But this paparazzi, is that the word? It's doing me a good job right now. It's moving around, so I'm trying to keep it together. But at any rate, it's a pleasure to hear that. And I said the same thing to my dad back to, the COVID thing. Be careful because he has the same issue too. And I want him to be safe. And at the end of the day, this is all about being safe. And we want to see our family and including ourselves to remain healthy. Exactly. And like I said too, I remember saying something when this first happened. I'm so thankful that I dealt with my anxiety prior to this COVID thing, because I probably would be all over the place too. But now that I have found another way to cope with it, it's being safe. And that's what we have to do. You have to find a way to cope with things. And if you're suffering with anxiety or depression or anything to that particular nature, go talk to someone. Feel safe and feel good about taking care of yourself, because this thing can be a little scary for some people. And we have some people that it's not even affecting at all. Some people don't wear masks, they don't wear gloves, they don't do any of those things, and and that's okay if that's what they choose to do. But we want you guys to be healthy. We want you to be whole. We want you to live, as comfortable in this process as possible. And I just thought maybe it would be good for the two Bridgetts to come together, Bridgett and Bridgett, to talk about coping with COVID-19. And it has been a pleasure, a thrill to find out that you're doing well, your family is doing well, I'm doing well, my family members are doing well. And once again, for those who have lost their lives in this process, be it of COVID or whatever the case may be, all is well. And that's what we can say, is all is well, because we do know, as Bridgett stated, who's in charge and who's the beginning and the end of all.
That's right.
You agree?
We live to die. Actually, we live to die, because our last destination is to die.
Yes.
So in this life, live it to the fullest. Enjoy living your life. Don't be afraid. Be willing to step out and do something new, something different. This is different for me.
Good. But she's talking about it's different for her to be sitting here in front of the camera, but we're having a great time.
Absolutely.
And haven't we had fun from the beginning, from the time you walked in the door to this point? I told her hanging out with Bridgett is going to be fun. This is a fun family show. And as I always state, I like to give a disclosure. You know, I'm no one's guru. I'm no one's professional, but I love to sit down and chat. I love inviting people into my world. I think that we are one in humanity with different personalities. And I say it all the time. You're my sister. She's my sister. That's my brother. At the end of the day, if we can continue to collaborate and help each other, I mean, I think we would do a fabulous job in this world together, because this is what this is all about. Helping one another, just supporting one another. And I'm just so thankful that you would come and spend some time with me to do this podcast. We've been talking about this for what, 2 months now? You know?
I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Well, good. You're gonna be back, and that's what I say. I called it this particular segment, the Bridgett and Bridgett, you know, podcast, quote unquote, be prompt and handy. Again, we want to sign off, telling you guys we love you all. We want you all to keep it safe, and if there's anything, like I say, that you're having difficulties with and you're finding it difficult to cope with this COVID thing, talk to someone. You know, pull over a family member, talk with your doctor, talk with a friend, talk with someone so that you can get on the other side, because as I stated, you are fantastic, you are fabulous, you are a beautiful human being, and when it's all said and done, be you. Do you at your best, and as we said, we love you. Bridgett, I'm going to let Bridgett sign us off, because this has been a fun moment, and she'll be back, and of course, go ahead and sign us off, Bridgett.
Okay, this is Bridgett and Bridgett would be prompt and handy, coping with COVID today. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Great. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Go look for the podcast at Be Prompt and Handy. Talk with you soon. Everyone have a fantastic day.
Bye.
Bye.